size vision beats. Got how about vision size vision beats.
Distinct Shuffle, the Shuffle's daily, man. That mission still continues of bringing you the freshest and the most talented art from the African continent. And I'm still right here in Muzanzi today. I managed to get one of the hardest MCs out of Muzanzi, and he's about to introduce himself, man. Mr. Vontebs, welcome to Sting Shuffle, brother.
Pleasure to be here, Sting. Thanks for bringing me out here, man.
How are they, man?
Yeah, no, definitely. I go by the name of Vontebs. VONTEBZ. Acronym, Voice of the Nation. Very observant narrator.
Oh.
TEB, that's for Tebo, that's my name. Vontebs, man.
Why Vontebs? Why is the name Vontebs?
It stands out nicely. I mean, you know, I checked that Von Dutch as a brand, just that VON brings something special to it, and that's what I feel I'm doing to the hip hop game.
Okay, are you Cape Townian?
No, I'm not Cape Town. From Northwest, Zeerust, Ikacheleng, that's where I'm from.
Okay, so Mr. Vontebs, why hip hop, man?
Because hip hop is real, man. Many genres talk about one thing. Hip hop talks about everything. I can talk about this interview right now in my raps. And through my life, through everything that I've seen, everywhere that I've been, coming from Northwest, coming to Cape Town, a lot of things that I've seen, and I think a lot of cats, younger and older than me, can learn a lot, can take a lot from there, and you know, and keep it pushing, man.
Talk to me about your background, man.
Yeah, man, my background, you know, I mean, from Northwest, it was just high school, messing around with the kids, loving hip hop. I mean, I started writing rap since 13, and officially started recording like 16.
Okay, you started recording when you were 16. How was that moment? What was going on in your life at that time you jumped behind the mic to record? What was going on in your life?
Man, what was going on? It was just like challenges that you see in townships, man. You know, it wasn't like major stuff, but you know, it was so real, and I was so excited to tell somebody about my story. You know, because I like reading a lot. I like learning about a lot of people's stories, and I want people to do the same as well.
So you were inspired by what you're reading, or by what you heard from other people that do music?
Both.
And what was that inspiration, and who inspired you the most?
Yo, there's a lot of people that inspire. First is the family, man. People around me, you know. People that surround you every day of your life do influence you in some way. And as far as like reading books, I like reading about autobiographies. Seeing somebody struggle coming from nothing and making something out of it. I found something beautiful about that art. I wished I could write a book. Trust me, and one day I will. So I wanted to attract to the youth. There's no better way of attracting to the youth than hip hop.
Okay.
It's a cool thing to the youth, but for me it's just more than cool. It's life, it's real, storytelling. I mean, just reading a poem and bring melody to it. Make it flow with the beat and still make you dance and still make you think. That was just special too.
Okay, so the way you speak now, it's like you're about to become an empire of your own. What is that? And you are an independent artist.
Yep.
What is that real independent grind that you're putting in right now to prove to Africa that you're here?
The independent grind, I mean, for instance, on Friday, I just did a cypher with guys who sleep on the street, man, here in Belleville. You know, I was just coming outside and I was just playing my song. And then they, you know, they were like, yo, man, is this your song? This is good. And I was like, yeah, man, but you can do the same. And then I played a beat, they all came together. You know, these are scary guys, you know. You wouldn't really hang out with these guys, but because of music, we connected, we came together, we did that. And if you look at my performances that I've been doing in Marcy, that's the township that I used to live in here in Cape Town. You know, where if there's like a disaster, if there's a shack fire, we just make a circle and bring kids. Come and share stories. Young guys, as young as 8, they start rapping. To have that exposure is something beautiful. So doing a bit of shows, recording, and bringing a lot of artists along. You know, not just me, but there's a lot of kids. So just follow the movement.
Okay, so when you do this, when you go rap with the state people, when you go to the studio, what do you have in mind? Do you have like, do you want to be recognized by big labels and get signed in there? Or you just want to be you, Mr. Vontebs, and build your own empire?
I'd like to be Vontebs.
And
My own empire.
What's your blueprint like? What are you putting forward to see that your empire stands and you do as you say?
Check out for the ciphers. We're going to be uploading a lot of them. That's the movement that I'm busy with. Unplanned ciphers. If I meet MCs now, pull out the camcorder, we start recording. That's what I love about it. It's more than real. And the music, man. I mean, I've got a mixtape coming. It's dropping soon. 16 tracks, solid. You know, it's called The Long Walk to Stardom.
Okay, nowadays you get social media and you get people attack artists on social media. Do you really give a damn about what people say about you, or you work on your own terms?
Oh, I'm not worried about he say, she say. I mean, I've used that a lot in my life. Personally, Estebuho, besides Vontebs. It worked for me. I've did a lot of things in my life, progressed a lot, and I'm applying the same thing with Vontebs. You know, I'm not worried about, and I think that's just petty as well. I think as artists, especially in Cape Town, we need more than just dissing. Even in South Africa, actually, as a whole. I'm not down with that beef thing. But if an MC do step up, you know, it's part of the game. But I'm not down with that. I mean, if you follow the tape, if you follow my tracks, it's all about progression for Africans. Progression as young South Africans coming up here. Progression for struggling artists. I come from a small town, you know, and I've lived in big towns. I survived. I still go back to that small town, and I still inspire. I still put real music.
Okay, recording wise, what's going on in Mr. Vontebs' life right now? What you working on? What you busy with now?
Yeah, man, like that Long Walk to Stardom, it's practically finished, man. Just a few touch-ups, putting the list together.
Is that an EP album?
It's a mixtape.
Mixtape. What's the title of the mixtape?
The Long Walk to Stardom.
Can you elaborate that? Why the title Long Walk to Stardom?
You know, I mean, like, it's going back to now the books. I mean, if you check Mandela, it's got that long walk to freedom. And for me, stardom, it's gonna take a while. And a while meaning there's gonna have, you know, a lot of things gonna happen. Between now until the stardom comes, gonna meet a lot of challenges. In the music business, sneaky contracts, promoters, you know, all of that is gonna come. But that doesn't mean I can't overcome it. And just my life now, looking back from how far I've came, it's been quite a walk, interesting walk, learning more, still pushing. And I believe, man, this tape is something most cats never heard, honestly. From that first track to the 16th track, it's just realness.
Who is on the mixtape? Are you alone on the mixtape? Who's on the mixtape? Who's on the production?
I push a lot of kids. I mean, beat-wise, I got a dude called KB, you know, from Northwest, Zerast. He's pushing it from Red Dot Records. He produced, you know, that beat called What You Want. I'm featuring a brother from Malawi. Talk about the African progression, man. He goes by the name of
That's
Ruvera.
actually what we want to see now.
Yeah, man. Like I did a lot of collabs with Ruvera Marcus. Ruvera Marcus is a brother from Malawi. Very talented, man. I mean, that track called What You Want is basically asking the youth, what is it that you really want? Do you really want it? We also did a track called Stop the Killing. It's on his EP as well. It's called Deep Love. Stop the Killing. It's crazy. We did a song about xenophobia and about the wars that are happening in Africa and the wars that are happening in our societies before the recent attacks. The song we did a while ago, and a few people in my circle already knew the song. When that happened, and all of a sudden we started getting other artists rapping about it. They were like, man, you already said that a long time ago. So music, you know, hip-hop, it brings the spirit of prophecy.
Okay, how hard has it been for you to do music in Cape Town while you're from Northwest? Do you feel like now this is your new home where you're doing music from, or if you want to go back to Northwest for you to get the love from home? Or do you feel that the love here and back home is the same?
Look, the love is the same, but the movements are not.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you look at Northwest, it's more that Motswako flavor. There's a lot of cats pushing Motswako.
Who's from Northwest again? Or among these
Double
famous-
HP, Kulichana, Casper. You know, in my hometown, there's a lot of Motswako flying around.
Okay.
So it's a common thing. If you rap in Motswako, you do what your neighbor is doing. Coming in Cape Town, it's bringing a different flavor. You know, not a lot of cats coming with that Tswana lingo. You know, Cape Town inspired me to write in actually Motswako. When I was back home, I didn't want to sound like everybody else. I was rapping in English. When I came here, and then I put a few words in Tswana, people liked that and they wanted more. It made me realize of going back to my roots and then pushing the Tswana, Sesotho. I mean, when I moved in 2008, I couldn't speak Xhosa. Now, I can speak Xhosa. I'm putting it, a little bit in my songs. I put a little bit of Afrikaans in there. Speaking of Afrikaans, I got a brother. He goes by the name of Johnny Davies. I'm featuring him on a track called We Go Hard. He's from Easterfield. He brought that Afrikaans flavor, man. It's a dope track. Check it out, man.
So where do people find the mixtape?
Yo, the cover's coming out, hard copy. It's gonna be $50. And I'm gonna be putting out a few links. I got a few links out there as well. Catch me on Facebook. It's Teboho. Vontebs. Just hit me up. Twitter. It's at Vontebs. Catch me there. You'll find everything there, man.
So before your work comes out, when you go to the studio and do your projects, now that you're putting out a mixtape, do you feel that it's ready? Do you feel like this is what people's been waiting for? Are you feeling it yourself?
I'm feeling it so much. I believe people need to, everybody says that about their tapes. But like I said, still, a lot of cats, even today in South Africa, we rap about the same things. Except on this long walk to start. I've got Afrikaans rappers. I got Xhosa rappers. Speaking of Xhosa rapper, I got Masnli. He's a representative from Philippi, representing RGG. I did a track with Das Flex, King Mufasa.
That's Flex.
I got it. I got these two brothers in one track. It's called Ikasla. A beautiful story. I brought a beat that was so raw. When you first listen to the beat, you think we're talking about guns and shooting each other and violence. But we use that beat in spreading a positive message. Saying, this is where we live in. This is how we struggle. The love is still there. I'm telling my story from Northwest. Daz is telling a story about Wallace Dean. Masnli telling a story about Eastern Cape. in one track, you get 3 types of worlds in one song. I mean, that's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
So I know you've already put out some project before this one that's forthcoming. Do things tend to turn around the way you visualize them before you take them out?
They are now, actually. You know, the way I visualized it, it's coming true. You know, it takes practice, law of attraction, you know. I attract a lot of visuals in my mind before I even put the word on the paper, the way I even plan it, you know. And like I said, man, it attracts the spirit of prophecy, where that vision that I had, put it into practice, and it's actually happening. I love seeing this, you know. A lot of following, a lot of people, you know, want to get the tape as soon as possible. I'm ready. The tape is solid, you know. Time is now, man. I mean, after this interview, I believe this is it. This is it, for sure.
So, as an upcoming artist, I can call you upcoming now?
Yeah.
Okay, as an upcoming artist, you gotta have a lot of influence on your journey. Can you share with me what are the influences that are influencing your journey, your career right now?
Yeah, man, it's influencing, you know, the journey is, I mean, look at, when I was back home, I didn't struggle to have a place to sleep. I never struggled with a meal when I was back in Northwest. When I came in 2008, I struggled getting a place, started living in shacks, you know, couldn't get no food, started, you know, washing glasses in a restaurant. I couldn't study, there was no money for that. But, you know, all of that brought positivity out of me. It didn't break me, you know, it made me stronger. All those struggles are all in songs today. You know, when I see an upcoming artist, I know that feeling. And when I see somebody who's really talented, like I said, the guys I was rapping with on the streets, man, those guys are dope. It's just unfortunate they had to meet up with drugs, you know, and all of those things. But wherever I can help, absolutely. And as far as the career, man, you know, this journey, man, it's an interesting journey. I'm inviting everybody to follow me, you know. Come follow the long walk. Come with me on this road to stardom and success.
Mr. Vontebs, what are the hardships that you're going through now as an upcoming artist?
I mean, you know, the movement in Cape Town, it's segregated. The movement is big in Cape Town, but there's just a lot of we here, you guys there. That's the culture here in Cape Town. I think that needs to break, and I think it's gone. I mean, Black Saturday is here. We're trying to bring that. You know, I want to bring a lot of cats from Eastern.
Wait there. For the benefit of our viewers, what are the benefits of, what is the solid, like, what is Black Saturday about?
Black Saturday, it's a movement. It's a platform for up and coming artists. You know, it's basically that. All corners of Cape Town to be here. Colored neighborhoods, Xhosa speaking rappers, you know. Tswana, you know, my dude from Joburg is coming for Black Saturday. You know, speaks Tswana only, you know. He's here to support the movement. You know, and the hardships again in Cape Town, it shows. It's not easy to get into a lineup. And when you actually do get into a lineup, it's not really well organized. I think we need we need to put our heads together and plan together as brothers, you know. Push each other, man. I think a lot of cats, as far as Cape Town, you know, if they hear you dope, they don't want to push you. You know, is that, oh, he's going to shine more than me. And we forgetting one thing, man. If I shine, we all shine.
We all shine, that's true.
I need more collabs. People are just going to buy a long walk just to hear my story. You know, I bring a lot of cats around the circle.
Absolutely.
To push their thing. So as far as planning, organizing, and the sound, man, hip hop show. Listen, man, sound can make or break a show.
True.
I come to a show, yeah, man. You know, I come up there and do my set to spread my message, but the DJ just want to put the volume up. You know, people don't hear what I actually said. The next show, people not really looking forward to, you know, to hearing me. That's another challenge here. And I think we just need more. If I can get a track, like look, I did a track with Devious speaking Afrikaans. If I had another Xhosa dude on that track, to hear Tswana, Xhosa, Afrikaans, English, you know, and you know, I got a brother from Tanzania is going to come with that Swahili verse, you know.
True.
That's what we want. Luvera Marcus, you know, he's coming in straight from Malawi as well. We need that, man. We need more brothers, not just hip hop, you know, dance hall, reggae. We just need to boost each other. We all entertainers, comedians. We can work together. We all upcoming. Let's push each other. Graphic designers, look, I got a tape coming. Where you at? So come through, man. Let's push each other. You know, let's help each other wherever we can.
It's about this time that now we don't need anybody. We got our own now, like Africans.
Absolutely.
Our music is good, it's out there, it's
Music is
recognized
dope,
worldwide.
man.
So we don't need anybody. Let's
We
do
don't
it
need
as
anybody.
brothers, you know.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Vontebs, I'll ask you this, man. The biggest night in African music is coming up. That is MTV Base Awards. What do you think about MTV Base Awards as an upcoming artist?
It's like a dream. I'd love to see myself rocking that stage. I'd love to be acknowledged. You know, for Africa, I make music for Africa, not just for South Africans. Or one.
Okay, what do you think about awards in general? Do you think awards define artists? Like if you win an award, does that define you as...
Interesting question, Steve. Not necessarily. I don't think so. I think awards can guess you up as an artist, can make you think you're there and you're not really there. So if people acknowledge your talent, be humble, but that doesn't mean that's it. It means here's a platform, here's a door. You got masses following you, they need more work from you. They need more hustle from you. So I know a lot of dope artists, not only hip hop. We haven't been acknowledged, not even once. Guys who've been doing this for 20 years, who haven't been acknowledged in music, man. So, like I said, if you get acknowledged, beautiful. Keep rolling, keep pushing. Support us. That's another thing. You know, when you get nominated, there's people who are supposed to vote for you. People don't. I was in that culture where cats coming up, you know, when they get nominated, and I don't necessarily send the text. I don't vote. You know, we need to do that. If I know a cat dropping his tape, I'm gonna go buy it because I'm dropping mine soon.
Okay.
They better buy it, you know. We just need to start promoting each other.
So Vontebs, you are the Sting Shuffle. That means you are introducing yourself to the rest of Africa. You're not only Northwest, not Cape Town, Africa as a continent. Any message that you want to send out there to Africans?
Yeah, man. Yo, a lot to say to Africans. Africans, my brothers, my sisters, we are the blessed nation, man. Don't be fooled about current situations. Look at our continent. Look at the land that we have, the talents that we have, the rhythm that we have. This is all great, man. Blessings from Jah, you know, blessings from God. So it seems environment is killing us in some way, or we let that to actually kill us, you know. We need to rise. I don't think we've got that spirit of Ubuntu as we say. I think that spirit died like a while ago. You know, I think as much as we are into the Western movement, we need to first sort out our home first. We need to clean up our townships first, man. You know, we need to start looking, you know, when you bring in negativity in your own township, the young guy, you know, in a yard he's gonna be influenced by it. You try to do it to other townships. There's guys within your township doing the same. So let's start. And I know there's a lot of differences, but it's beautiful. Let's start learning each other's languages. Let's start acknowledging each other as brothers, as a family. Africa, man, you know, we got a lot to do, especially the young guys, you know, artists and the regular guy in the street, man. We got a lot to do. Let's just do what we gotta do, feed our families. We got empires to build. Sting got an empire to build. He's already got an empire going on. I got an empire to build, to feed my family.
And we need each other.
We need each other, Sting. Definitely. Africa, man, let's genuinely, you know, let's come together, seriously.
There it is, you had it for yourselves, man. You said the mixtape coming out is Long Walk
to Stardom.
Long Walk to Stardom. Make sure you follow him on Twitter.
At Vontebs. Tebucho Vontebs Motlahuri, that's that Facebook. 16 tracks, $50. 27th of June. We're down in Crooks.
For a Black Saturday.
Black Saturday.
And after Black Saturday, where else can we spot you, Mr. Vontebs?
Massive. We got a show going on in July. I think that's on the 4th. We're gonna kill it there, man. We got a lot of shows coming up, you know. These days I just get cats, you know, plenty. You know, just call me the day before, 2 days. Like, I got a show, I won't say no, because, you know, I love pushing. But yeah, man, there's a lot of shows coming up. Just follow the movement, follow the ciphers, follow the tracks, follow Must Me, Luvera Marcus, Dance Flex, Johnny Devious, my girl Noxy on the track. Who else I got, man? Who else I got? Look out for my boy Carlo the Dawn. His tape is also coming. Deep Love is dropping soon. Check that out. Team Abdul, we together, man.
There it is, had it for yourselves, man. I told you my mission won't be completed until I bring you the freshest and the most talented art from the African continent. My name is DJ Sting at the Sting Shuffle. If you love the video, make sure you hit those thumbs up, man. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you go and subscribe. My name is DJ Sting for the Sting Shuffle. It's my boy Vontebs.
VOO.
And we're out of here.
On the door. Signing out.